Ooh. Is this how they boulder? I don't think I'm made for bouldering. Hello mountain bikers, welcome to Title MTB's Gear Show. Today we're going to take a closer look at some fresh new hybrid flat pedal shoes from 510 and a new back protector from Bluegrass. But before we get into any of that, let's check out some of the latest news from around the industry. Responding to rider demand, Forbidden Bike Company has just announced that they will now be offering complete builds in addition to the frame-only options that were available when the company first launched their Druid high pivot bike about a year ago or so. The highest level bike will feature a Shimano XT group set, Fox Performance Elite suspension, DT Swiss wheels, Race Face finishing kit and Maxxis rubber, while the lower level spec includes a Marzocchi fork, Shimano Dior components and Shimano wheels. The XT bike will sell for $5,299 and is available in the US and Canada now and in Europe in August, while the SLX build will cost $4,599 and will be available in September. In 1995, the DVD was invented and eBay just launched. Coolio topped the charts with Gangsta's Paradise, while Motley Crue rocker Tommy Lee married Baywatch star Pamela Anderson. And SDG introduced the Bel Air saddle. Since then, they've sold more than 1 million of them, and for 2020, they've just introduced the V3. The new saddle moves to a shorter, padded nose and a reduced overall length to match current bike trends. The shoulders of the V3 are also trimmed up, providing a sleeker overall appearance without compromising comfort. At present, the colors on offer appear normal, but SDG has promised that the fireworks will follow shortly. Speaking of colors, Troy Lee is taking its catalog of women's riding apparel in a new direction for 2020, focusing on providing a simple, clean and functional range of items to suit a variety of riding disciplines. Looking through the Lilium, Lux and Mischief lines, there is no shortage of tech, and the elaborate designs even include a yoga pant-inspired short that quickly became a new favorite of Vital's tester Courtney Steen. Check out the full review on vitalmtb.com to find out what else Courtney has to say about the new TLD women's gear. Staying with women's apparel, Chromag has just extended its range with a bunch of cool new options for the ladies who shred. The all-new Factor windbreaker is DWR coated and will pack down to fit in your pocket for when the wind picks up in the middle of a long day in the mountains. The Rip jersey is a technical option that doesn't leave you looking like you should be on the start line at the Olympics. And finally, several merino wool products provide warmth in the winter and cooling comfort in the summer. Hit up chromagbikes.com for more information and to check out the new gear. That goes for the guys too. Do you need an attitude adjustment? Join Vital's Gear Club and receive a dialed subscription box with a bunch of fun and functional mountain bike goodies every other month. Just like this water bottle that will help you look at the brighter side of your rides and life in general. Swedish suspension specialist Öhlins just launched a new version of their DH38 downhill fork. With updated air spring and damper, as well as new low-friction seals and lubrication fluids, the M1 version promises an even faster and smoother ride. We tested the original DH38 a couple of years ago with excellent results, and we'll be getting this new version in for testing soon as well, so stay tuned for more. To round up the news section, slopestyle and big mountain superstar Rheeder has just launched his own component brand, Title MTB. From handlebars and stems to wheels and saddles, Brett says he decided to jump into the manufacturing game because he was not excited by the options available to him on the market. Brett has partnered with some renowned manufacturers like We Are One Composites in Canada to ensure a high level of quality right from the start. Check out titlemtb.com for more. Adidas acquired 510 in 2011, but so far most of the integration and alignment appear to have taken place internally, as when viewed from the outside, the brand has remained relatively unchanged. Aside from a few Adidas logos appearing on shoes like the Sleuth, 510 is still 510. Is that about to change? We don't know anything for sure, but if the new Trailcross shoe is any indication, we may be about to see the brands starting to blend more. Made primarily for the adventure and bike packing market, the Trailcross is a mix of a flat pedal shoe and a trail running shoe. Imagine your favorite running shoes, but with a stealth rubber sole and a midsole shank for pedaling support. The Trailcross exists both in a low and a high top version, the latter gaining an integrated gaiter to help keep debris out, as well as D3O padding around the ankles. The shoes are significantly lighter than classic 510 bike shoes, and they have been designed to not take on much water and to dry out quickly if you should happen to dunk them in the drink. There is some extra protection around the toe box and along the sides of the shoe, but the tongues and the uppers remain very thin. There's also no stitching around the toe box, which is always something to keep an eye on from a durability point of view when it comes to mountain biking shoes. The Trailcross runs a bit big, so you can probably consider sizing down. This tester usually wears a size 12 US or 46 in European sizing. The shoes tested here were labeled size 11 US and 45.5 for Europe. They were a bit tight around the toes at first, but they soon broke in and have been okay ever since. Try before you buy, if you can. On the trail, the first thing we noticed is that hiking around in technical terrain is much more comfortable with the Trailcross than with the bike-specific models in 510's range. The extra flex in the toe area and the lightweight flexible construction help the shoe conform to the ground, and they also breathe a lot better than, say, a pair of Freerider Pros. Not that we know all that much about running, but what little testing we did do points to a comfortable experience. We also noticed that the shoes do dry out quickly if you get them wet, and they do not suffer from that waterlogged feeling of some older 510 models. The high-top version runs a little bit warmer than the regular version, but the gaiter is flexible and does not get in the way when hiking or running. On the bike, it's a tale of two shoes. The Phantom Stealth sole is as sticky as you'd expect from your 510s, and the midsole shank does a great job of providing support on the pedals. The top of the shoe is a lot more flexible than most skate-style bike shoes, however, and that can translate to a certain vagueness or a feeling of being a bit more exposed to the elements. The thin uppers will not provide much protection if you crash and stick your foot where it shouldn't go, although the reinforced toe box will help. Breathability is next level, which also contributes to that light feeling on your feet. Trail builders will love the high-top version. It does a great job of keeping debris out without becoming clunky or uncomfortable. We've used ours for whole days out digging, shooting and riding with no hot spots or other signs of discomfort. They're not as sturdy as a dedicated pair of building shoes, but they have the breathability advantage, and of course, they are ready to shred when you put your shovels down to test out your new line. In summary, we really like the potential of mixing design and tech from Adidas and 510. The Trailcross line is just a bit too light on the protection side to really take the place of a Freerider Pro, for example, but it is definitely a viable alternative for mountain biking, and we're excited to see where this type of shoe can go next. Moving on to body armor, that's another product category that's getting lighter and more comfortable with time. The Italian protection specialists over at Bluegrass have been hard at work perfecting their lineup, and we've put one of their latest products to the test to see how it stacks up. Based around a 3-layer EVA foam pad, the Bluegrass Armour Lite back protector was made to provide a little extra protection and peace of mind without the bulk and the warmth usually associated with upper body armor. Made from open mesh and breathable fabrics, this minimalistic design does not include any elbow or chest protection. 3 pockets in the rear, one of which is zippered, allow you to carry your essentials, and the main compartment is hydration bladder compatible. The CE Level 1 certified EVA foam pads are easy to remove when you want to throw the garment in the washing machine. On the trail, the Armour Lite protector is very comfortable and can be worn directly on the skin without causing any chafing or other discomfort. The protective pad is wide and quite long, stopping just short of covering your tailbone. The front of the protector is perhaps a tiny bit on the short side. It tends to ride up a bit, which feels a bit strange at first, but does not affect the function of the protector in any way. The rear padding stays in place no matter what. Just make sure to always wear your body armor under your jerseys. We don't want to see where you store your burritos and burgers, please. We were happy to see that Bluegrass included a few pockets, in particular a zippered pocket, which sits above the protective EVA pad, as this allows you to carry a multi-tool, for example, without fear of landing on it in a crash. These types of protectors are frequently used in bike parks, and having a multi-tool or a spare tube handy can mean the difference between keeping on riding and taking a long hike back down to town. Alright then, that's the end of the show. We hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for taking the time to tune in. As always, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And until next time, happy trails!